For the first time in 8 years, Pennsylvania will be led by a Republican governor. Tom Corbett was sworn in on a wet January day in Harrisburg. What challenges await him and the legislature that has just also been sworn in? Let's spend 5 minutes on that topic with State Representative Marty Causer of the 67th Legislative District in Cameron, McKean, and Potter counties. First of all, a lot of changes are happening. It's the first time in 8 years that Pennsylvania is under a new governor, Republican Tom Corbett. What type of changes do you see with that new leadership and also the majority in the House?
Well, I'm looking forward to this session because we have a lot of challenges, but we really have the opportunity to make some positive changes for Pennsylvania. And with a strong majority in the State House, working along with the majority in the Senate and with Governor Corbett, I think we do have an opportunity here to really move forward with some good items that are on our agenda.
And certainly there's a lot of issues that are coming to the surface, but if you could say what are the priorities and what are you going to hit first, what would you say?
Well, the first priority is an on-time, fiscally responsible budget, and I think that's what we all have to be focused on. You know, we've had 8 years of overspending and over-borrowing with Governor Rendell, and it really is time to rein in the spending. And you know, our Majority Leader Mike Turzai likes to talk about the borrowing that we've had, and he puts it in terms that constituents and taxpayers can understand. You know, we came into office with Governor Rendell having one credit card, and now it appears as though we have 5. So that really does put it into perspective, and we need to cut spending and we need to cut borrowing and move forward with a fiscally responsible on-time budget.
And certainly that's going to mean some tough choices, and that'll be something I imagine the caucus will look at pretty closely.
There are going to be a number of tough choices, and really, but it gets back to the point that we can't spend more than what we're bringing in, and people can't afford tax increases. So you know, we have to live within our means, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We have to look at the revenue that's coming into state government, reevaluate all state government services, and really get back to the core functions of government rather than funding this program because we think it's a good idea or that program. Let's look at the core functions of state government and really get back to that focus.
One of the proposals that the leader, Representative Mike Turzai, has put forth is the idea of selling the state liquor stores in order to get some revenue for the state. Your thoughts on that proposal?
I think we need to reevaluate all state government services and all state government programs, and looking at the state liquor stores is certainly something that I think we do need to take a look at. Mm-hmm. You know, we're one of only 2 states that has a complete monopoly on liquor sales. Oh, yeah. And I do think we need to take a close look at that. It can be a revenue generator for the state, and quite frankly, the state shouldn't be in the liquor business. So I do think we need to move forward with that proposal and really examine all aspects of it.
What are some of the other priorities you think will be addressed in the coming months? I
think we have to take a look at the burdensome regulations that have been passed over the last few years. You know, we look to job creators and working on job creation, but there's a number of burdensome regulations that our job creators have to deal with on a daily basis, and I think we have to take a step back and look at possibly repealing many of those burdensome regulations. And a number of legislative initiatives that we've dealt with over the last couple of years that ran into a roadblock with Governor Rendell. I think we need to take a look at those, such as the Castle Doctrine. You know, we passed that at the tail end of the last session, and Governor Rendell vetoed it. But we need to take a run at that again because that's something that's very important.
Mm-hmm. Committees were just announced. I imagine you've received your assignments. What are your committee assignments for the coming 2 years?
I have, and I'm looking forward to serving on the House Appropriations Committee. I was recently appointed to that committee, and certainly that committee is tasked with crafting the state budget. So I'm eager to get to work on that particular committee. And along with that, I'm going to continue serving on the Environmental Resources and Energy Committee, and was recently appointed to the Health Committee, and also the Veterans Affairs and Emergency Preparedness Committee. So it's going to be very busy, but we've got a number of issues to tackle, and I'm looking forward to it.
Certainly Marcellus Shale with the Environmental Committee as well is a big issue.
That's a very big issue, and I've served on the Environmental Resources and Energy Committee for the last 8 years, so it's one of those things that I actually enjoy serving on that committee, and you know, we've got abundant natural resources in the 3 counties that I represent, and you know, it's a good committee and a good fit for my district, and certainly with the Marcellus Shale activity, that's something that we're going to be tackling.
Great, thank you. If you have comments or questions about this or any other legislative topic, Representative Calzer's contact information will be on the screen in a few seconds. I'm Laurie Bull. Thanks for spending 5 minutes with State Representative Marty Calzer.